When the city picked the wrong kids, the Central Park 5 story. New York City, spring of 1989. Back then, the city was rough. Real rough. Crime was everywhere, people were scared, and the news stations stayed hungry for the next crazy headline. If something bad happened in New York, the whole country heard about it by dinner time. Then came the night that changed 5 teenagers' lives forever. April 19, 1989. Central Park was packed with kids hanging out after dark. Some were joking around, some causing trouble, some just trying to look tough in front of their friends. Among them were 5 teenagers from Harlem. Antron McCray, Kevin Richardson, Yusef Salaam, Raymond Santana, Corey Wise. They were just teenagers, scared, immature, loud, and trying to fit in like a million other kids in New York. That same night, a young woman named Trisha Maley was found brutally attacked while jogging in Central Park. She had been beaten so badly she was barely alive. The city exploded with fear and anger overnight. The newspapers went wild. The TV anchors acted like monsters were roaming the streets. And the police? They wanted suspects fast. Real fast. The cops rounded up dozens of teenagers from the park. Most were released. But these 5 boys got stuck in the middle of the storm. Detectives questioned them for hours, some for nearly an entire day, without proper legal protection, without sleep, and without understanding what was happening. These were kids. Scared kids. The interrogations were intense. The detectives kept pushing, pressuring, and feeding details into the conversations until the boys started saying what they thought the adults wanted to hear. Eventually, videotaped confessions came out. Problem was, none of the stories matched. Not the timeline. Not the details. Not even the actual facts of the crime scene. But by then, nobody cared. The city had already decided these boys were guilty. Newspapers called them animals. Politicians demanded punishment. One wealthy businessman even took out full-page newspaper ads calling for the death penalty. America watched the whole thing like it was already solved. At trial, prosecutors leaned hard on the confessions, even though there was zero physical evidence connecting the boys to the attack. No DNA. No fingerprints. Nothing. Still, the jury convicted them. Just like that, 5 teenagers lost their childhoods. Some were sent to juvenile facilities. Corey Wise, the oldest of the group, was sent to adult prison, where life was brutal. Violence. Isolation. Fear every single day. Meanwhile, the real attacker was still out there. Years passed. The boys became men behind bars while the country slowly forgot about them. But the truth wasn't done yet. In 2002, a convicted serial rapist and murderer named Matias Reyes confessed to attacking the jogger alone. His DNA matched the crime scene perfectly. Investigators finally admitted what should have been obvious from the beginning. The Central Park 5 were innocent. Every conviction got overturned. After more than a decade of pain, prison, and stolen years, the 5 men finally walked free with their names cleared. But freedom didn't magically erase what happened. They had missed graduations. Family time. First loves. Normal life. The world had moved on while they were locked away for something they never did. The case became one of the biggest examples of wrongful conviction in American history. It exposed how fear, racism, media pressure, and rushed police work can destroy innocent lives. People across the country started asking hard questions. How do kids confess to crimes they didn't commit? Why did nobody listen when the evidence didn't match? How could the justice system get something this huge so wrong? Years later, the story reached a new generation through documentaries, interviews, and the hit series When They See Us. Suddenly, millions of people finally saw the boys not as headlines, but as human beings. 5 teenagers walked into Central Park that night. The city called them criminals. History remembers them differently now. As 5 innocent kids caught in one of America's darkest miscarriages of justice.